what's up? It's your boy Doom DZ here with another video. Another entry into my Scrub League series. Just a series documenting me climbing up from the low, dark trenches of bronze into the glory of one day, hopefully, Grandmasters. I don't know if I said this in my previous videos, but I've been playing StarCraft 2. Man, since it came out, I think it came out in '09. I think '09, maybe '10, maybe 2010. Um, yeah, I think so. I've been playing it ever since it came out, man. I When I first started playing, my first season, I got up to platinum. I was a platinum player. The um, second season, man, I was able to get up to diamond, and I think diamond was the highest at the time. But that's not saying much because I played Protoss, and for those people who played back then, everybody know 4 gate was the way to go. Such a cheesy strategy back then too, but it worked and I loved it. Uh, anyway, man, on this game, man, I saw the guy was a Zerg, so I decided to expand. I'm a very macro oriented player, man. Like my micro is pretty lackluster. There's a lot to be desired. So I just always go all macro all the time. Um, Semi-pro put a scout out his base. I was expecting him to already have a his second hatch down, but he didn't. So, I mean, obviously I'm playing in a lower league, man. Like ain't nobody here, no professional players. So I think maybe that was just a mistake on his part that he waited. But he opted to go for the spawning pool before he expanded, which I don't know. I don't play Zerg. I don't know. Um, Yeah, so he get his gas in his spawning pool, and at this point in time, I'm wondering if he's like playing doing some type of like one base play or what. But then I see his drone go up here, so I know, all right, cool. He's just getting a really late second, so that makes me feel really good, man. I managed to get my pylon down, get my forge down. Now stocking up money to drop my Nexus. Uh, got the money, dropping it down. Usually after I drop the Nexus, I'll stop producing probes with the intention of dropping down a cannon, my second pylon, and then a gateway before I start again. And maybe that puts me behind pretty far in economy. I don't know. It's just what I do. Just kind of catch my tech up, if you will. Um, so I go and then I leave my little opening right there to kind of get my units through it, or to put my Zell out there for to complete that wall. Still strolling around his base, man. He doesn't have out any lings. He's just now has this. I feel pretty comfortable. I feel like I'm in a good position starting out. I feel like he's made some key mistakes. Obviously I don't want to lead him back to my base, so I start walking him over to top right. Um, right. So I get down my pylon, drop my gateway, and as soon as I drop my gateway, I start back producing probes. I'll get a simulator and all that type of stuff. Um, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he knew I had a second base by now. He had Overlord over here earlier. Uh, yeah. So at this point in time, man, I just want to get my economy going, get my tech up. Um, I don't know what I was doing with this guy up here. APM spamming definitely. Yeah. So at this point in time, man, I just want to get my tech up. Yeah, man, just get my tech up, man. I work on my macro, get everything going so I can build up that death ball and just go ahead steam on over there. Go and bowl them on over, dude. Um, my Zealot out, man. I put him in the wall. Uh, yeah, right now I'm kind of in the dark. I have no idea what he's doing. But just from the stuff that I seen earlier, I wasn't too concerned with anything. I think around this time, I'm just assuming that he went ahead and picked up his third. But his second was so late, and I feel like I'm ahead of him. Uh, and I'm just saying me feelings. Like I actually was ahead of him. Okay, yeah, cool. Yep. So I just felt like my economy was better than his at the time. Um, go for the robo, man. Like I said, one of my flaws is I'll do that first initial scout, hang out for a little bit, and then I just kind of take all my probes out and send out the observer later. Right now, I saw that Overlord come down earlier, so I was concerned about some type of Nidus play. Like I don't know, I was just concerned about Nidus play, so I went up there and threw that up there. Um, yep, bases are going pretty good. Usually what I do is after this gets fully saturated, I'll go ahead and you know, put both Nexus. I rally over here and start pumping out probes. Army right now isn't much, but then again, I'm not overly worried about him attacking. I saw that he was really far behind me, and yeah, I'm just not worried about it at this point in time. Uh, yeah, but another problem I have, man, is just Sim City, dude. Like, my base will be all jacked up. Sometimes units will get stuck in buildings. Sometimes stuff just gets in the way, dude. And it's just me not thinking about it, I guess. So that's something that I try and work on. When this observer went out, I didn't notice those two Zerglings right there. But even if I did, I wouldn't have been overly concerned. I got my sentry. I probably need two or three more if I wanted to completely force field that ramp. But I wasn't overly concerned with it. So so what I want to go for here is I think I want to go like a 5 gate, maybe a 6 gate robo. But I think it takes me a while to actually get up to 6 gates. But I always drop down like two immortals, and then I'll drop down my robo bay, and then I'll try to get out some colossus. Um, yeah, so right here, strolling around his base, I see he got a second up and going. Um, I want to check to see if he has his third. And whenever I see this, I don't think I saw it in the game, but I could see like fog of war building. And when I saw that he was just now building his third, I felt extremely, extremely confident that I could just go up here and just roll him over. Um, yeah, so I was reading that you always go weapons first, so that's what I'm doing against Zerg. Just pumping out units right now. I think right now I was just trying to find his army, just trying to see what he had. Because if he didn't have that much, I was gonna try to go do some pressure. Hopefully in the game, I think I'm very impatient when it comes to stuff like that. But yeah, I'm pretty impatient. I like to hurry and get the game over with. I effing hate sitting around in 20, 30, 40 minute games. Um, if I had saw that, I obviously would have moved that observer, but I'm uh I'm sorry. I'm sorry as hell. So I didn't. I just let him sit right there, let that thing completely finish building. Probably gonna kill my observer. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. But I'm not over beat down about it. Just go ahead and make a new one. Waiting on extended thermal lancer to finish. Drop my second forward so I can start pumping out upgrades. At this point in time, I'm waiting for my observer to come out. I want to go scout. I want to go and scout, see what he got. If he don't have that much, he's getting pushed. I'm coming up there to serve some justice to prevent him from, getting involved in any type of debauchery, any kind of shenanigans up there. You want to go Roach Hydra or, God forbid, Mutalisk, right? I just want to get up there before he has the chance to fully flesh out his strat. Um, I know that I'm ahead of him. I know that I've been ahead of him. I kind of get this, and that's the problem. Sometimes I spend money for real, like really for no reason, man. Like I don't have any intention of using Blink, my micro suck. I don't really have a whole lot of intentions of doing any type of Blink play, but I get it just in case because you never know. Um, so right now I see that this is what he has. I see that he has no upgrades, and that makes me very excited doing Deezy. Like I know I'm about to come up there, dig all up in them guts, leave them used and abused, and then win this game. Give me them points. Move on to the next game. I feel pretty good. This is all his army. And as soon as I see that, man, I am beelining over that, dude. It's like a fat kid looking at some cake, dude. I'm like, I want that. I want it. I want it. I want it. So then he started trying to get up there a little bit. I'm like, huh, maybe this might be a problem, but you know what? I'm already up here now. Let's just do it anyway. Right? I think the better idea right here would have been to just pull back, or just to kind of like chill out right here for a little bit. Maybe get another Colossus. Maybe get a couple more Zealots. But I did, like I said, man, I'm impatient. I want to get greasy. I just want to serve justice all over these evildoers, and that's what I go and do. So at this point in time, man, like I said, macros garbage. I don't have any overarching plan. I just know to put Zealots in front and everybody else go. But as you see, that don't work out. So I throw down force fields um, with the intention of maybe keeping some of those Zerg back. Let my Colossus, get all up in them guts for you, boy. And I do that, and then I let the force fields drop. I kind of pull back. I At this point in time, man, I get my second Colossus, and I feel pretty good about that first engagement. I feel pretty good about the fact that he doesn't have any type of upgrades. Whenever I see this, I know that, oh man, I'm in trouble, right? Colossus are the beef of my army, but I still go in anyway. So I go in, I push, I bring the Colossus back entirely too early, not even getting attacked, and I pull him back. Um, so I'm going. He's doing some nice kiting with my lots. They're doing a terrible job tanking damage. These corruptors are straight up going hard in the paint all over my Colossus. At this point, I realize, oh man, I'm in trouble. So I do the mad dash back. Um, yeah, I do the mad dash back, man. I blink up, trying to take out some of this stuff. I use my zealots again to try to push it back. That corruptor count is extremely high. I know that. I mean, I guess I could have kept going Colossus, but I didn't really want to deal with it because I didn't want a whole lot of stalkers. Because this style of play is like he likes running for my zealots, which is cool because I can keep my army together, move my zealots up forward, do some damage, and then pull him back, and he's focusing on the lots. So I didn't really want to go with too many stalkers here. Definitely didn't want to go with too many colossus, trying to keep up with that corruptor count. So what I opt for instead is a Templar Archives. I don't really go with the intention of doing any type of storm play. I go with it with the sole reason of give me some Archons. At this point in time, too, I feel pretty comfortable with our engagement. I feel like we traded evenly. I feel like both of us kind of fell back to lick our wounds, if you will. So I decided to go ahead and expand, man. Another huge problem I have is I'll sit around on a couple of bases for entirely too long. I need to start being a little bit more aggressive with my expansions. So that's what I do. I expand, transfer over me some probes. Uh, Too short over here, whatever. And then I just start getting my archons up, man. I am a huge fan charge lot Archon build. Like I just love it, man. It is the bee's knees, if you will. Alright, so right here, Observer gets taken out, but I see what he has. I see he has a whole lot of roaches and corruptors. At that point in time, I feel like I probably should start getting me some immortals, which is what I do. Wow. Yep, start getting me some immortals, man. Starting to shy away from this Colossus a little bit. I bring him back just because I know. I know they're waiting to give him the D. Um, couldn't warp in another Templar, so I just kind of chill with that one. So all I want to do now is just focus on my macro, focus on getting me some more beefy units, Templars, and definitely focus on keeping my upgrade lead. So I see him come in right here. He's doing the whole thing where he's kind of like hiding back from zealots, which is exactly what I wanted him to do. So I pull back, try to bunch up, get my Archons up front to start up soaking up some of that damage. I want to say I got out my Immortal. Yep, there he is. He's out. And right now I'm just kind of, I'm getting more Zealots. I want him to keep focusing on Zealots. I want to keep pushing him back. I want him to keep kiting, trying to deny all the time. I think at this point in time I saw that he kind of like walked in a little bit and then walked back, which is why I moved my units over here. Um, then I thought he left, so I just kind of, I figured he was pulling back to come attack around here. Um, couldn't really have an observer there. He has a overseer with his army, so it's just killing my observer, so I can't really get any scouts on him. I go right here, drop down 2 more Templars, get another Immortal. I feel pretty good. So he definitely decides to come back around this way. So what I do is I just let the Colossus do as much damage as it can. It gets taken out. Oh no, he pulled back from it. Bad on his part. I pushed him back right there, man. I feel pretty good about it. Decided to get more stalkers. Yeah, I decided to get more stalkers. I feel like my army was lacking them before. Like I said, man, my Sim City is atrocious. You know what? I don't know, man. My micro is bad. I don't know why I would warp those guys in the base, but I did. Whatever. That supply blocks me. Supply blocked myself. I think I went. Yeah, I went and dropped down some more. Ran out of minerals in the main. Didn't have a base lined up to send him to. Whatever. Um, he comes back in for attack at a perfect time, perfectly. And his army was separated. I don't know why. I don't know how, but he came in. I don't know at a really bad point. So I definitely got the upper hand with this engagement just because he made that one mistake. After I pushed him back, I felt like I was super far ahead, and I wanted to push. I wanted to push. I dropped down my fourth base, um, and I sent units out. I sent units out up here to push his base to try and get some damage done, try to hurt his economy, and not to stay on the defensive too much. Like I don't play very good defense, so I need to get up here and do some damage. I see this army, man. I feel pretty good about it. I feel really good. And then I see more stuff coming, and I'm like, man, you know what? I'm kind of in a bad spot. He's got units streaming in. Get the hell up out of there. It was a mad dash, man. As everybody for themselves. The mortal screaming, help, help, help. So I bring in my zealots because I know he likes to kite lots, man. I know he likes to kite them. So I bring him in for that sole reason to try to see if he'll kite them. But he's not really, and he decided not to push, honestly, because that may have been a bad spot to push in. So right now I got this immortal chilling right there for God knows how long. Lost all of my archons. I need more. Mm, four of them in game time. Get my fourth base going. Uh, Back on the three mining bases. This right here is pretty bad. I completely stopped producing probes at this base to get it fully saturated because I was focusing on this one. So that's definitely a lesson learned. Um, but still, a lot of good things I'm doing, man. I'm still getting upgrades. Got 3-3. I should be working on shields now, especially since I'm going with Archons. Um, but yeah, I got three upgrades. Three upgrades. I'm at +3 on weapons, +2 on armor. Um, got my fourth base up. Uh, and I think I pushed or he came down. And I pushed and I feel really good. As you can see, he's at 1-1. I'm at 3-2. And I know it. I know it. I know I could push him right here and probably do some damage, but I don't wanna push it too much. Like I was saying earlier, a weakness of mine is being impatient. And I didn't want that to happen. I completely gave him that Templar just because I suck and I got bad micro. I warp in my lots, man. That's my go-to with this guy. Just because of his playstyle. Um, Go in. Those corruptors are completely useless right now. And that's what I want. Like I want to keep pushing them. I don't want to let him get up to Brood Lords. I don't want to let him tech up and get ahead of me that way. Like I said, I push up, man, and I didn't want to push too much, so I ran. I ran. You know, I ran. You know what? It wasn't me running. It was me conducting a tactical retreat, if you will. Yeah, that sounded a lot better. But so problems with my micro right now, man. Still at 10 probes on this base, unset. Uh, and then I got all these probes mining that little patch. Right up here, I'm only sitting at 12. Right. Yeah. I obviously when I'm pressuring, I'm pushing, man. My macro kind of goes down. I definitely hone in on this. I get focused in on this, and I completely forget about everything else that's going on. Everything else. Like right now, I could be dropping more gateways to up that. Got probes sitting around. Obviously, at these two bases, they're not fully saturated. But you know what? I'm pushing the Silver League, man. What can you say? Right? What can I say? So I pushed, man. I finally break through his army. I'm finally feeling good about it. One of the reasons that I feel that we just kept evenly trading and we was kind of at this hang up spot was just because we were just attacking ball against ball. So I decided to send in some lots into his base over here, do some damage, try to slow him down, try to divert him, flank him if you will, try to divide his attention, and I think it works pretty well. His attention is pretty divided. Um, Yeah, man, I'm taking out his third base, taking out his second base. I think I have all I'm going focus it. Yep. And that's what I want to do. I want to do macro damage. At this point, man, I have won this game. At this point, I know I've won this game. Um, and I'm just waiting for him to GG out. I'm expecting it to happen any second now, but not just waiting on it. Um, Going through, just doing damage. I see him down here, kiting my lots, so I send my army down to fight him. Send my archons up this way to fight him. And yeah, man, I'm just doing damage right now. Uh, I mean, I guess at this point in time, I could have, you know, been BM and told him to leave, but I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that kind of person. And quite honestly, I love it when I'm playing a game that I know I'm winning, and I don't know. I know I'm winning, so I don't mind, like sticking in it, like, cause I am definitely winning. I am winning right now. So now I got my army here, man. Now we just got a kind of couple of battles going on around the map. My main army, I'm trying to find his base. I see that he has another base up here, so I send my army up to fight it. What I really should have been doing was warping in some lots, taking this army and having him walk over here to knock down some of his tech in his main base. In the meantime, I finally noticed that, hey, no, I didn't notice it. Alright, so this base is still low. I ran out of minerals at this base, so I just sent all those probes to this base, which I should have split those up, sent some down here, the rest over there. Um, I have 7 idle workers right now, man. That is crazy. That is crazy. But you know what? It's all good. I'm winning this game. He went back, tried to make another hat trick. I don't know why. He has a lot of money in the bank, which is probably why he's sticking around in this game so long. He just don't have the place to produce it. I don't know, but he is definitely banked up. 4K minerals, 4K gas. Right now, my main priority should be knocking out his tech. But obviously, I didn't know he had so much money in the bank. Um, and I guess really I wasn't as far ahead macro as I thought I was. So I decided to go take that out. I got my army kind of sitting up here. I just don't know what he's doing. I really don't know what he's doing at this point. I'm at a loss as to what he is doing. I'm thinking that maybe he's really holding on to this base, so I'm just kind of. I feel like he's just kind of like turtling up here, just turtling in this base. So I'm going around trying to get rid of a couple of the creep tumors, kind of get this creep back a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's best to play the game that way, I guess. Because who knows? He could have had, all 3 of these bases and a bunch of mutas hiding up over there. You know what I'm saying? In case you haven't noticed, man, I really hate mutas. Like, mutas are pretty shitty. So anyway, I still just killing stuff, man. He got these hydra streaming in. Just looking for creep tumors, and I find a base, dude. I find a base, and I'm like, oh, this is it. This is what's gonna make him GG. Finally, I got rid of that base. Everything's cool. Um, but you know what? I didn't really pay attention to these drones. Another problem with my Protoss place is I never ever use these fucking things, man. I'm just not used to them. I'm not used to them. I'm not used to playing with them. Um, they're definitely great early units to have, man. Definitely have some great abilities. Uh, definitely photon overcharge is legit. So at this point in time, I'm ready to push this main base. My anti-air is really low, but who cares? My ground game is strong. Um, I think he's just making a mistake. And you know what? I wasn't putting 2 and 2 together, and actually noticing that those hydras were rallying in from somewhere else. But whatever. I go over to his main base. Needless to say, I don't find the turtle I was expecting. So I just kind of come in here and just bowl it over. And quite honestly, he don't have a whole lot of tech. Well, he has the Spire, the Hydrogen. Yeah, he got tech. So I decided to get rid of it. At this point in time, I'm thinking the game's over. I got my 5th base up and going. This base is up and going. And then I finally noticed this. I finally noticed that I was undersaturated on my 3rd, and I started throwing out some more people. At this point in time, I'm just really worried about the fact that he hasn't left. There has to be something that's keeping him here. He has to have something that's keeping him here. So I go and I wall this off, drop down some cannons just to be on the safe side. I don't know what's going on. Over here, I I don't know for whatever reason, because clearly he's not on this side of the map. But I wasn't worried about over here. I don't know why. I don't know why, and I should have been. So I dropped one cannon. That's all I had to defend both of these bases. Anyway, so and then I decided to figure out, what's going on. Pump out two observers. Have my observers go and scout. Um, Finally going up to Shields level 3. I got my army center right here, man, just because I'm at a loss. I have no idea where he is. I see that one, right? And then this is when I find this. Um, and whenever I see this, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. He has a lot of money in the bank. I have a lot of money in the bank too, though. And I have a bigger army and more mining bases. So I see this, and this is what I decide to attack. Um, I wasn't extremely worried about this base. I know that I'll eventually get to it. Maybe, yeah, you know what? I don't really fault him for sticking around in the game because I do this as well. I try to hold on until there's absolutely no chance. I feel like it's good learning experience. So, props to him for sticking around this long. But, so, I'm going around. I decided to start getting rid of some of these creep tumors. At this point in time, I'll start the march down to this base. Or maybe I didn't notice it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing right here. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. And luckily for me, right, so all these Zerglings could have did some really big damage. Luckily for me, the one game I decide to make a mothership core, it already like proves itself useful. So I warp back into my base, and I know for sure that's when I noticed that this base was up here, and that's where I started to march to. That is exactly where I'm going. At this point in time, I could have definitely easily like maxed out my army. I think right now I wanted to go with the Void Rays to go up and attack this base because all I saw was those two. I was afraid of moving out. I thought he had some anti-air detection or anti-air up here, so I didn't want to move too far ahead. But I mean, honestly, at this point in time, I really shouldn't be worried about this. We're 37 minutes into this game, and yeah, I really shouldn't have been worried about this, man. I should have. This game should have definitely been over. I see this, and I see that this is what he's holding on to. This is all he got. So I go in, I push it, yeah, and I deal with it, and yeah, finally he GG's out. Yeah, man, that game was probably over probably about, 10, 15 minutes ago. He stuck out. Good on him. Uh, I definitely could have been a lot more aggressive in trying to get this game over with. But I definitely learned a lot of stuff, man. Saturation, definitely something I need to pay attention to. My production, I feel pretty good about. I was eventually going Void Rays, switching over to some type of air build. But just to switch it up, man, I like to switch up my tactics mid game. Yeah, I think that's how you have to be, like to adjust and to keep them on their toes, keep them responding to what you're doing. Anyway, I digress. That's my video, man. Thank you guys for watching. Scrub League, episode 4. Thanks, man. Probably gonna upload some more right now. Peace.